Hello friends, this is my first plan with me video. I don't have a tripod or anything, this is all on my phone. I've just propped up something to hold it up. So don't mind the weird camera angles. This is just the setup that I have right now. So before getting into planning the month, I'm just checking off some of my dailies for today. I'm recording this on the 27th of June because my schedule doesn't really give me a lot of free time to record things on the day of. It's a little early. Maybe not, but I'm just trying to plan ahead here. This is my monthly spread for June. I haven't really been using this spread to really plan so much as just record what I've been doing for the past month. So it's more of like a memory keeping thing. I'm not a particularly busy person in regards to like events and stuff. It's mostly just work and keeping things neat around the house. That's really just what I use my calendar for. Appointments are so far and few between. And it looks a little nicer just, filling out the blank days with something to remember them by. These are Hobonichi stickers that I bought several years ago. I've been using the Hobonichi cousin for, gosh, I don't know, maybe 7 years now? Not consecutively, because I've switched planners in between now and then. And I did start out with the Hobonichi Techo, actually. But I'm thinking the Hobonichi cousin is just gonna be my mainstay for a while now. So here I'm just putting in the work days I know I'm scheduled for. My schedule has a lot of variability because I'm a home health nurse. I don't always know ahead of time what days I'll be working that week. Now we're opening up the yearly spread. This spread, I mostly use a Calendex. You can see I wrote Calendex up there. Basically, the bottom section, I write out any appointments coming up and their times, and then the rest of the section, if I've written anything memorable on those dates, then it's like a table of contents. I still haven't figured out what to really do with the little top section though, but that might come later. Now I'm just grabbing some stickers. I don't remember where I got these from. I know I got them from Jet Pens. Practically all of my stationery either comes from Kinokuniya or Jet Pens. But it's been literal years since I've used a lot of the stationery in this video. I've actually got quite a collection and I didn't even realize it. But yeah, just a little hospital sticker. Just slap that right there for our appointments this month. I believe those are the only 2 upcoming appointments. Bless you! My dog just sneezed. We've got our doctor appointments coming up this month, just penning that in. We don't really have too many health concerns right now, so that's a good thing. And I'm finally getting my boyfriend to go to his checkup, so that's even better. A lot of the main reason why we haven't been keeping up too well with these is just money. I mean, I just graduated from nursing school. I have insurance now with my job, and my boyfriend has insurance now with his job, so we're just catching up on that now. But that's just the sad truth about healthcare in America. I suppose I know it better than anyone else, being a nurse. I knew it well before going into this field. It's a broken system, but we're doing our best. On that note, putting down a little sticker here just to make it a little pretty, because the top of the little sticker I used actually says shopping list in Japanese. I didn't really want that showing because this is not a shopping list. This is actually more kind of the goals I have set for this month. This is July. This is also my mid-year reset because I made resolutions and all that junk back in January, and I haven't been doing a great job of sticking with them. Honestly, a good few months of this planner is blank because just a lot of things happened in the beginning of the year. These are just kind of the goals I want to manifest for myself, like stop using my phone so much. I can feel my brain cells literally rotting every time I found myself just endlessly scrolling. And another thing I want to do this month is actually make a habit of drawing and journaling. I've been so bad at that. I started this year with the resolution, oh, I'm gonna draw every day. No, that didn't happen. That just didn't happen, man. Trying to get back on track with that. And you know, it is hard to draw every day. That is a hard thing to do, and if you're managing that, then just more props to you. I'm trying. I was gonna say I could never, but the point here is that I want to try to. I'm just using another Hobonichi sticker. This is to mark something important that I need to absolutely finish this month, and that is my friend's commission that I'm ashamed to say she asked me for this a year ago. But like, there was no real pressure to get it done. It was just a thing between friends. But still, I want to keep to that, you know? Like, I don't like that just hanging over my head. That I definitely need to get done this month. And here's my green zebra mild liner. I love these mild liners. They are my favorite highlighters ever. I use green to note art things, like things I want to get done creative-wise. This is just me making a little monthly to-do list. Will I get to it? We'll see. I'm working overtime. I'm working 48 hours a week right now. I don't know how long I'll be able to work 48 hours a week, but I'm doing my best, gosh darn it. Hashtag nursing life, baby. So yeah, things I want to get done this month art-wise. I want to start working on my VTubers head angles. I've been sitting on that for a while because head angles terrify me and they scare me, and I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. I also want to do a fan illustration of the Fire Nugget song that came out between Halioc and McDonald's Japan. Like, who saw that coming? I sure didn't have that on my bingo card. And then last month actually marked my 10th year of playing Final Fantasy XIV online consecutively. I want to do a special illustration for that. Now we've moved on to the purple zebra mild liner. This I use to note any like journaling stuff that I want to do. This month I don't have much planned. I just kind of want to create a content journal for myself because I keep getting so many ideas and then I don't write them down, or I write them down somewhere and I forget where they are. I just need something to keep that all in place, really. And now we come to the pink zebra mild liner, which I use to mark all my chores or adult things that I need to get done. And let me tell you folks, adulting is hard. It doesn't get easier. It really doesn't. This is my 30th year of life and I barely know what I'm doing. I'm not afraid to admit that. Do any of us really know what we're doing when we're adults? I don't think so. I mean, some people more than others, but mass majority probably not. And you know what? That's okay. Everyone finds their rhythm at their own pace. Society has these goals or these expectations of young people, like, oh, by this age you should own a house, by this age you should be married, by this age you should have kids. But you know, everyone lives life differently. It's okay, really, to just go at your own pace. There's no shame in that. I'm just filling in the headers after the mild liners have dried because I don't want to create any smearing otherwise. I actually misspelled adult here, but I feel like that's appropriate, honestly. And now I'm using a washi tape to cover up the leftover day from June, although now I'm realizing that I made this washi tape too long. I overestimated. Now here are my cute little scissors. I'm just cutting off this little piece here because I tried to tear it off with my fingies and it didn't tear too cleanly. Oh, shout out to my cinema roll desk mat, by the way, from Razer. I paid a lot of money for it and I love it very much, and I will be using it as often as I can in these videos. So now that's taped on there, and of course I'm going to use the little extra that I overmeasured for the next month spillover, leftover. I don't know what you would technically call those on a calendar. This is one of my favorite washi tapes, actually. I just love the little clothes hanging on the clothesline. Now I'm actually carefully measuring this time, making sure I have the right amount of tape. Also, blue is my favorite color. If you haven't noticed, with the blue tape cutter, the blue washi tape, the blue Hobonichi cover, the blue cinema roll, the blue flower just hanging off in this background right there. That's everything that I know about at the time of filming that I have going on this month. Now we're going on to my weekly. This will be for the week of June 30th to July, was it 5th? July 6th, sorry. I don't know my calendars that well, guys. This is one of the reasons I need a planner. Starting off with a little header for my to-do list this week. These to-do lists are organized in a similar fashion to my monthly to-do list, with a category for like journaling, art, and just general adult things. Though I don't always have all those categories in one week. I really just try to plan my to-do list based on how much time I have that I can see. Which is kind of hard when you have such a variable schedule, especially as a home health nurse. Especially since my shifts are 12-hour shifts. The days when I work are days when I have no time to do anything at all outside of work. Actually, at the time of me recording this voiceover, it is done, and he loves it very much, and he's been using it as his profile picture, and I'm happy with that. Now I'm starting to block off appointments or events that I have planned that I know about this week. So Mondays, 9 a.m., body pump at the gym, baby. Gotta get those gains. Oh, my arms are sore. I shouldn't have tried the flex off camera. I started going to the gym again the beginning of last month because I'm a twig in real life. You can tell by my twiggy little arms and fingers in this video. I'm a twig. I need to gain weight. I need to gain muscle. I don't want to be a twig forever, especially not as a nurse. Gonna get some heavy clients eventually, man. Those are the 2 work days that I know I have this coming week. Other than like putting down events that I know I have for the week, I don't really use the weekly spread to schedule, like to time block. I use it more as a memory keeping because I find I've tried time blocking so much in the past, and every time I always disappoint myself because I can't keep to those times. Moving on to the art things I want to accomplish this week, I want to at least get the sketch done for my friend's commission. Back to those head angles for my V2 model. Oh, the misery. Rigging is hard, guys. If any of you are VTubers or plan on getting a model done, just know those riggers work very, very hard for your product. I'm not even a professional rigger. I'm just doing this for funsies, and this will be my 2nd model that I've rigged. It's just an upgrade of my 1st model that I still use right now, but Oh my goodness, it's. I don't want to give myself too much to do per week because, like I said, I work 48 hours, and the days I do work, I can't do anything after work because I gotta sleep and then go to work again. I try to keep it very simple. Now, this page, I don't typically do anything on these like beginning of the month pages for the Hobonichi. Sometimes I do a little illustration just on a whim, but I don't do it consistently. I thought I would try to do something this month. Hey, it's a mid-year reset. We're gonna get funky with things. I just started drawing out the little Cancer symbol. I do enjoy the zodiac signs. I don't particularly put any stock into them. I do enjoy like just the aesthetic, I suppose. I'm a Pisces, by the way. Shout out to all my fish fam out there. I feel like at some point during my adolescence, I knew more about the zodiac signs. So after that, I actually doodled a little ink jar and the name of the pen color I'm using for this month, because I will be using this pen color for this month. I love it so much. That's going straight in my fountain pen, but I guess I lost the footage for that. Oh, I ran out of ink here, so I had to go back and dip my pen again. I kind of like that that happened because it just makes me rewrite over the faded letters, and that gives it a more bold effect. So it's like it's highlighting, yes, focus on the subject matter. Just a happy coincidence, I suppose. Sometimes it's just nice to go somewhere that breaks the monotony of the day-to-day. I have had such a craving for Malaysian food the last month. I was born in Singapore. I love Malaysian food so much. Miraculously, I found a hawker restaurant nearby, and it's actually near where my boyfriend works. So I'm just like, yo, we gotta go. I gotta introduce you to this cuisine. Now we're moving on to my Hobonichi weeks. This one I'm using more as a practical planner. This is where I record stuff about my health and workouts and habits. Oh, yeah, there's my cat. She's saying hi. She's a very vocal kitty. I love her very much. She turns 8 this month. Very excited. I'll let her narrate for a little bit. By the way, if this setup looks familiar to anyone, it's because it's heavily inspired by the Coffee Monsters Co. I love her planning videos, and I do adapt a lot of her, what's it called? Her setups to my own. They're not exactly the same, but you can clearly tell where I got the inspiration. I apologize for this angle. Like I said, I don't have a tripod. I'm using my phone and sheer determination to get this filming done. That's basically my grocery list for the week. I'll be filling that out as I take stock of everything in the kitchen. So now I'm just filling out the headings for my trackers. And then just filling in the headers for my weekly to-do list. And then there's my sleep and my stress management and dinner plans. You can actually see a little bit of ghosting from the previous page, but that's basically how I fill out these little trackers here. And I just used little emojis to denote my stress management levels. So here I'm just jotting down my planned events for the week. Body pump at 9 a.m. on Mondays and Fridays. I only go twice a week because I work on the third day of class that they have body pump, so there's no way I'm making that. I also use this column to jot down little like self-care things that I want to make sure I get time for. The bigger columns on the right there I use to actually track my activity. Like if I don't do body pump, then I'll track what workouts I do that day instead. And here I'm penning in my work days. I actually made this mistake. I don't work Tuesday. I work those other days. As you can see, I have a very busy schedule of work. And we just wipe that out like it never happened. So yeah, those are my journals. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.